And we are live. What's going on, everybody? This is Rob, the Warrior Strategist, coming at you on this ultra rare Sunday broadcast. Just took a day for myself, and it feels freaking amazing. Unlike a lot of days, I have a lot of structure, and I just needed to catch up. So I started off today by sleeping in till 10 a.m., and it was glorious. I got up, went back to bed, completely covered my eyes, so my apartment was pitch black, and I slept so long I almost felt guilty. I'm usually up by about 6:15 every day, sometimes like even earlier, but I've had a tremendous freaking day. And so today I wanted to create some content that was a little bit different, and I personally invited the people I want to see this. So as you guys know, I don't just go live and randomly just start grabbing names. I usually, when I tag people, it is the people I want in the broadcast, the people I want to have conversations with and share some really cool stuff with. And today is going to be no different. So yeah, I just started off today, and like I said, I just caught up on a lot of sleep. I still haven't even eaten yet. Cleaned the house, listened to really loud music, and I went for a run. Finally got out and got some sun. It was incredible. And sometimes it's just that fine tuning that gets you back into a good place. And we already got Brandon Harris popping in, throwing me the horns. Mark Dudek's in here. We got Will, Tammy. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. So what we're going to talk about today is creating a wealth plan. And I'm going to share it with you guys, some of the basic principles of wealth creation, but it's going to be different from what you might think it is. As you know, I've been working on this course with Coach Lori called Wages of Intelligence, and it's phenomenal. It's based on Think and Grow Rich, and what we're doing is a retelling of Think and Grow Rich, because Coach Lori is a certified Think and Grow Rich trainer, but with a modern day twist that incorporates technology and that puts the lessons in sequential order for better utilization of the curriculum. And so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to start handing out 3 freebies pretty soon and giving them away to anyone that wants them that are based on this curriculum. And so we already have a checklist. And so the second freebie we're going to give away is going to be a wealth plan. And so today I just wanted to give you kind of a preview so you could ask questions to kind of understand what the curriculum is about. A wealth plan isn't about money, so that's the first thing. And let me be real clear about this. Wages of Intelligence isn't about getting rich. It's about creating a balanced life that is precipitated on success. And a wealth plan is a lot more than just, oh, hey, I want to make a 7-figure business. It has to do with balance. It has to do with tapping into the weaker areas of your life and doing small steps to improve across the board in the main categories that all of us can improve on, okay? Because the idea of wealth is greatly misconstrued by people. And it is almost, money's a part of it, income's a part of it, because that's quality of life, let's be honest. But to equate wealth with how much money you make I find it to be a misnomer or a fallacy. What's going on, Jared? Good to see you. And so in my diagram today, these are the 5 components I feel are most important for the creation of a wealth plan, okay? And so wealth, as you can see, is fitness, relationships, education, happiness/love, and then income. So you can see that income is an important part of it, but it's not the key component, right? And so when you're creating a wealth plan, look at these areas and just be honest with yourself. And one way you can start is just by getting a piece of paper and writing down these 5 categories and just rating it, out of 10. Just be honest with yourself. And I'm glad Kuhn's on here. Kuhn, I apologize for the time zone difference. I figured if you were asleep, you'd get to this when you could. But thanks for popping in, bro. Glad to see you. I know you're a big proponent of a lot of these concepts. But honestly, these are the things that comprise a person's wealth. And I'm going to tell you, to be honest with you, I feel like fitness is one of the first things people should address. Because fitness is what gives you the confidence to do all these other things better. So when I have a day like today, where I go run for 40 minutes in the sun and I come home and I take a freezing cold shower, I feel amazing. Okay? My brain feels healthier. And it's a matter of fine-tuning your own physiology. Okay? So if we look at these things, I would actually say to start with some sort of fitness plan and commit to it. And this in turn will make you more self-confident. That will attract people to you. That will give you the wherewithal to look into your relationships and the love you attract and your own happiness, the way you view yourself. And then your education. It'll make you hungry to pursue learning. And this in turn will raise your income. So if I were to say, okay, what's the one thing I can start that will make me better at all of these? Honestly, fitness is the key component. And I know Steven's a big proponent of this. Healthy body, healthy mind, exactly. And Jared, that's a great question. I'm gonna touch upon all that. So to be honest with you guys, like I'm in the process. I've been plateaued at 230-ish for over a year, like 15 months, and I take full accountability for that. But I also haven't trained the way I used to when I was a fitter, smaller dude. And I'm very, very honest about that. So today I ate better, I reduced my calories, all this stuff. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because when you take command of the things that you're doing and you do the two things that I always tell you, direct action and consistency, you apply those principles, okay, you're going to see results. But it's not something you can just turn on, turn off. It has to be a consistent lifestyle. So Jared asked a great question. He says, by fitness, do you mean nutrition and health as a whole? So I'm going to talk. There are two components to fitness. And what I want to do, because like I said, we're creating a wealth plan today, right? So what could I do? What could I show you guys to improve every component of your wealth plan by 15% within a month? And so this is what I came up with. I don't want huge increments. I don't want you guys like doing stuff that's like, you know, working 80-hour weeks or just starving yourself or going crazy. I just aimed for 10 or 15%. Small things that you can do to improve in every area. So here's what I've got. And I want you to look at this and just kind of think about it and say, okay, that's doable. So if you were to look at all 5 of those areas, these are the first 2 things I would do. And I'm glad Kuhn's here, because Kuhn's a great mentor, because he leads from the front. He does the things that he tells people to do. And he's out there like family time and in the gym and eating right and giving great business advice, and he's always into education. So Kuhn, feel free to jump in, man. I don't mind you helping me out with this one, because I know you got great advice for people. All right. So honestly, if I were to build like a wealth plan for you guys, these are the first things I would address. I really thought about today. And I thought, okay, what's the fastest way to improve in all these areas 10 to 15% within 30 days? So number 1, fitness, is to review your caloric intake. Caloric intake is a lot more important than people think. And once you start to realize how calories stack up against each other, you know, one slice of pizza is a ton of calories, and it's equivalent to something like 15 cups of spinach. And I'm not a nutrition expert. I have a lot of great nutritionists in my network, but I do read about calorie intake levels. And the people that lose the most weight are the ones that cut out the worst things in their diet, like alcohol, soda, all that stuff. And they're really looking at their calories. And then also the amount of cardio you're doing every week obviously is going to affect that relationship. And so it's important that you're doing cardio and you're creating a diet that is not, not overindulgent, and that's balanced. And so for me personally, there we go. So I knew Kuhn would have something amazing. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. So what I've been looking at is more vegetables in my diet, smaller portions of meat, and then, cutting out flour even more than I already do. I'm not a big flour consumer, but, sometimes whatever. All right, so that's the first thing, is just check out a calorie review and really look at low-cal foods versus high-cal foods. Do a Google search. And then for your cardio, just start doing more. When I have a 7-day week and I've run 4 or 5 days out of those 7, I lose a lot of water weight, and it's freaking awesome. Okay? Add that with like better meals that are nutritionally planned, maybe meal prep, all that stuff, and that's how you can improve your fitness. Number 2 is relationships. So I'm not talking about the personal relationships like dating, wife, any of that stuff. I'm talking about your relationships with your friends, with your family, just the overall way that you interact with other people. Relationships are a big one because the way you communicate with other people is going to dictate like how strong they are. Okay. I make sure to call my grandmother as much as I can. She's like over 90 now, and it's important that I really cherish our time together. I reached out to my sister today. We said awful, horrible things to each other today to make each other laugh like we always do. She's a rotten, evil little person, and I love it. So, and then today I reached out to a couple veterans that I know I haven't talked to in a while. And it's just those small things. You've got to reach out. You have to take the initiative. You have to reach out, and you need to stay current. You need to pay attention to what's going on in people's lives. Obviously, you can't be in touch with everybody, but do the best you can. All right, for income. Build streams of income, and then monetize your skills. It's important that you have multiple streams of income coming in at all times, some active, some passive. The passive ones are nice, and they're a lot easier to build than a lot of people will tell you. Passive streams of income are dividends, rent, membership sites, subscription sites, things like that, automated sales strategies. Active streams of income are consulting fees, direct sales, tickets to events you're hosting, things like this. But if you want to increase your income, you have to develop income streams. I have something like 7 of them right now, and it becomes easier as you get better at it. And then the second part is monetizing your skills. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at my comments section right now, and the people that are in here, I see a lot of experts. And every expert that's watching this right now should at least have the basics. Consulting calls, an ebook, and a DIY course. Those are the 3 income streams you need to build first. Okay? Because it's very, very easy to add on to your existing income with these 3, and it cements you as an expert. All right. And Patrick asked a great question. Do you think family gets a hall pass? Let's say your family doesn't have proper mindsets. Cut off most of them. Yeah. And Patrick, that's a question only you can answer. And I'm in the same boat. I'm always really honest with you guys. I left home at 18 because every adult around me was a drug addict or in jail or full-on alcoholic. I left home at 18. I cut off all ties. I haven't had an adult in my life since I was 18 years old. This explains to you why I'm 43 years old with a Captain America shirt teaching business to a global audience. But point is, only you know the answer to that question. If your family is wildly negative, you don't necessarily have to give them a pass. Anyone that tells you that, blood's thicker than water and you should be good to your family, blah, 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 that stuff, they've never obviously dealt with highly dysfunctional family members. Because the way that I look at it, anybody in your life is an anchor or they're a ladder. I don't want any anchors. Anchors drag you down. I want ladders. I want people that will help me ascend and climb to a higher level. Okay? Yeah, some great points on here, guys. I love the comments section. All right. Now, as far as education, there's a lot of educational platforms out there, and the 2 things I would suggest is seeking training and getting a mentor, because both of these are ways of self-educating. Education can be a college degree. It can be a skills course. It can be gaining the experience of a mentor, like somebody that can kind of guide you through business, but you should always be self-educating. At least once or twice a week, I go to the park and I read business books. I've invested in courses. I review the material as I can. And I also, I make sure that I watch YouTube videos that teach me hard skills. So this week I focused on watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do social media graphics better. And so I feel like my graphics are getting a lot better. But it's these small things I'm doing to increase my brand and increasing all the stuff I'm doing. Okay. And the next pinnacle is happiness. And so the point of happiness is that all of us have a definition of it. And it's important that you know what would make you happy and then create that path. Okay? For some of us, financial freedom would make us real happy. For others of us, being a good dad. You know, for other people, it might be finishing that degree or, you know, starting that company or breaking, you know, 5 figures a month in business. But it's not selfish to desire happiness. And too many adults I know are freaking miserable. I'm being really honest. It's vital that you define whatever it is that makes you happy and create that path. Create those steps to get there. And once you improve all these things, then I feel like you're going to have a very solid wealth plan. And quality of life will get better. The way that you do business will get better. The people in your life will get better. I think about my life today versus how it was 4 years ago when I first started. Everything's upgraded in every level. Okay, the quality of my video, where I live, the amount of fees I'm bringing in, the reach I have, you know, the quality of the magazine that I created, like everything has been upgraded. And so it all comes from just focusing on creating a wealth plan and constant upgrades. Constant search for balance. Okay? And this is more Rob's opinion. But I'm telling you right now, I think fitness is the cornerstone that starts everything off. And if you aren't looking at what you're eating, if you aren't looking at how much cardio you're doing or exercise you're getting, start there. And then start looking at brain health and really optimizing the way that your brain works. You know, I do the cold showers. I take brain pills on the days when I want like expanded thinking. I incorporate a lot more vegetables in my life. I'm drinking a lot more water with lemon and lime juice. I do intermittent fasting, like all these small things, and it optimizes how I think. We got Lori popping in, Natan. What's going on, guys? And Tammy gave a really good comment about a 5-day challenge Des said about creating a membership site. Good stuff. And the Warrior Council, yeah. I'm happy the Warrior Council's back and running. I'm hearing some good things from people out in the field. All right, guys. So with that, I want to thank everybody for popping in, for checking this out. Everybody that tagged someone or started a watch party or, you know, shared this to their timeline. So just to let you guys know, this is all content from the upcoming Wages of Intelligence course with Coach Lori Wagner. A lot of you guys know Coach Lori. We're going to be giving away these freebies very, very soon, in under 10 days. And if you guys want to know more about this course, if you guys want to grab those freebies or just learn more about building a wealth plan and getting better at these areas, opt into the mini chat. Just check it out. Your name goes on a list, and I'll just send it out to you, no cost. We're going to have some killer freebies. Wages of Intelligence is still an ongoing project. We're going to have a pre-launch very, very soon. We're going to have a beta. Super excited about it. You guys are going to be able to study, think, and grow rich, and you're going to see Coach Lori's interpretation of it, incorporating technology, sequential action, direct motion to get these things done. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you, Steven, for popping in. I really appreciate you you being here, man, especially if the hours are weird over there. But I'm going to tell you guys, you deserve to be wealthy. And that doesn't mean rich. It means wealthy, right? You deserve a great family. You deserve a loving relationship. You deserve balance in your life. You deserve to love yourself. All these goofy things, right? Go after it. Don't lead a mediocre life. And I always tell you guys this, but I say it because it's true. You control every component of your life. Okay? You control your fitness level. You control the actions. You control where you live. You control your education level. You control how much money you make. You control who's in your life on a relationship level, who's in your network. All these things. So if you have this much control, why aren't you happier? Think about that. And if you are happy, I'm glad. Good. But you have a lot more control over your life than you think. But there are two types of people in the world, and you guys know this. There's people that directly make things happen, and then people that just watch things happen. And I want you guys to be the first type. All right, guys, thank you so much for popping in to an extra special Experts Lounge on a Sunday. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out to me. It's going to be a very powerful week for Rob the Warrior Strategist. I'm super excited. If you need anything, just feel free to hit me up on Messenger. I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful Sunday. See you later.